Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Navneet from the Wandering Star. Today I was thinking I want to show some tags which maybe in my channel I never show to people. And that's my Fairy and Fae decks collection. And uh, from last year I think I got more decks of Fairy and somehow it called me to get more fairy decks, but from few years I have few decks of fairy, but some of them I got this year, so I thought let me show you guys my fairy decks and we'll see. Okay, so my first deck would be Fairy Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Redlyn Valentine and illustrated by Howard David Johnson. I know many people are not a big fan of this deck, but let me tell you, this is very old deck of mine and I haven't used much because it has everything, keywords and the meaning, everything is here. It's a nice deck. It's silver edges. This is the back, which looks beautiful, and it is kind of tarot and oracle deck. Yeah, it is like tarot and oracle. Let me zoom in more. So yeah, this is very simple deck. I used not that much, but whenever I use them like if I want a very simple reading and just needs to talk with fairies in a very simple way. I think this is the tag. It's a digital prints photography in the pictures, in the images. So somehow I use only for simple readings. And this deck is really positive deck, let me tell you. I know people are not happy with Doreen, but for me it's only about decks. And when I heard, I stopped. I just bought this deck and I didn't knew, and after a few years I got to know this happened. So somehow I stopped using this deck, but then it called me again and it's okay for me. I'm okay with it. And the deck is with me, so I feel my energy is into it, and I pray, I sage, whatever I do to cleanse this deck, it works for me. So I think it's a good deck, and I love it. This is very simple and modern fairy, I feel, whenever I use it. I mean, like, not that model base, but it's a pretty dark and it's in my collection from so long, so I want to keep it. I don't want to let go of it. It has a different, it is RWS base, but as a night one, and it used as summer, spring, winter. So this is the fairy tarot cards. It's kind of, you can use as oracle also if you want to, because sometimes I do use them like that. My another deck is the very old deck of mine and one of the beautiful deck. This is the Crystal Vision Tarot. I love the back, and this is totally a fairy deck. And let me tell you, this is really very positive and very strong vibes of fairy, and this deck always gives me beautiful reading because it tells the story. I don't know why this is the deck. I think it tells story. It's do let me know what is going behind or what is going on. It's totally tell me the story of it. So I think it's a nice deck to have in your collection. That's what I feel about it. Okay, I'm going to keep my deck down because somebody, subscriber, one of the, she was very much annoyed that why I or maybe other people, why they put the text in the hands if they have the desk behind, right? Sorry, not behind, but So I hope suddenly I remember that lady's comment. Anyways, never mind. It's good. People will tell you, then you will know what's going on. Anyways, so this is a beautiful tag and it tells this story. It's very pinky, purpley kind of tag, and it's a beautiful fairy deck. I love this tag, and I think it's from a long time with me. Very long time it's with me. It tells you the story. Something is going on, it will tell you. I think that's what I love about it, that it's tell the story. Yeah, that's what I love about it. It's tell the story to you. Beautiful done. And very modern, and the system is totally the RW used, the system, and it's easy for everyone, and it is good deck for beginners as well, I believe. I love the colors, I love the artwork, I love everything about this deck. So this is the Crystal Vision Tarot. Next one is my Fairy Tale Lenormand. This is very old deck of mine, and one of very favorite of mine. This is the tin version, and this is the guidebook, which is cute little guidebook. And here is the back of the card. And I think it's really a nice deck to have in your collection. This is so much, if you see, it gives me vibes of very old fairy tale. The name itself and the artwork itself shows you what this deck is all about. And I love it so much. And US Games decks, I am favorite of mine. US Games cardstock, they are very well done in their all of the work related to deck and a box. I love US Games. Even the cardstock is great. Let me tell you, this deck is really beautiful fairy Lenormand. It's a fairy tale story also deck, and it works so well with me, and it connects with me so much. I love this deck, and I really recommend everyone to try. If some people don't have this deck, please go through it. It's really nice one, and very old deck of mine. When it came first, I think I got that time only. Beautiful. This deck is really go through me. I love this star card. I want to show it more close. It's so cosmic, it's so divine. I love this deck no matter what, but it's a really great deck to have in your collection. So this is the Fairy Tale Lenormand. My next one is this is also one of my very old oracle deck, and I know it's not totally fairy, but it's the oracle of mermaids. This is a mermaid deck, but it's a very much a vibe, and some pictures are there which is definitely a fairy deck to me. I feel them so much, and I think it's really a mermaid deck but with a fairy energy and vibe into it. Even the artworks, if you see, some of them are kind of fairy. This is really beautiful deck, and I love it so much. Lucy Cavendish, she's my favorite in the related to artwork, and she done the great job. And this deck is very much feminine divine and very much sensual, blessed, and glow with health and attractive. Very creativity, loving, and to heal yourself, to love yourself. This deck speaks that. So I was thinking, why not to show this deck on my Faery and Fae. I know it's mermaid, but it gives me very strong vibes of fairy too, because there are some cards which are related to fairy. Some of the artwork, I don't know, but yes. So I wanted to add this deck too. I have seen Kelly from Truth in the Story. Even in her fairy decks, I saw this and I was like, oh really? Yeah, she was right what she's saying about it. And I have this deck too. So why not to show? Because many times you're not able to show all of the decks. So I thought why not to show in this, because it's a beautiful deck. And look at the artwork, they are so much into you. If you go it feels they are really in front of you. Very strong vibes for me. I love this deck. It's beautiful. I wanted to add my fairy. It is, for me, gives me strong vibes of fairy and mermaids kind. And I thought, let me. It's so beautiful. Look at the artwork. I always dwell into it. It's really beautiful. So this is the Oracle of the Mermaid. I want to show in it. So that's what I'm saying. It gives me really fairy vibes. Very strong. With mermaids. Okay, so next will be my Tarot of Siddhi. My fairy deck. Another Faery and Fae. Tarot of Siddhi. This is really a great to have in your collection. This is very much take you to the other realm and fairy realm. Definitely, this is the bag which I love. It's so beautiful. The cardstock is great. It is done by Schiffer. It's really a beautiful deck to have in your collection, and it works so well. And this deck is really fairy race, even in a magical, deeply meditative and divination, intuitive deck, and other world energies I feel into it. So this deck is really, I love this star card. So I just want to show, look, it's so divine. This is really a beautiful deck. And look at the artwork. Isn't it stunning? I mean, I think it's really a brilliant. And it works so well. Very much strong energies of other world. And it took long for me to get this deck. Somehow I was not sure, but now I'm 100% sure. But this is the deck. It's not shows me a feeling of RW system. I know it is, but some of the cards, it makes me feel different, very different. And look at this devil card, Pan. I don't know why, but this has very strong image. It has a lot of to say. A lot of. For me, I'm talking about my personal experience and feelings towards this deck. Very beautiful. And I think, let me see the box. And it's definitely a painted deck. And it's an ancient Gallic noblest deck. I mean, it's really beautiful. I think I can't talk much about it. It's in a different level. This is the back of the card. If you see it's really nice. I think it's also one of my favorite, and it is in under 10, top 10 decks of 2022. I got this deck last year. So I'm still working on it, and I think it's very strong deck. It's a very strong deck. Strong fairy deck. Siddhi. Siddhi, yeah. So this is the Tarot of Siddhi. Next is my deck, which is the Fairies Oracle by Brian Fron. Yeah. This I got, I think, in January. So I'm still working, and I etched in this double color of the bags, match with the bags. If you see, I think it came so nice. I just love it. I'm not able to talk too much about this deck, but it has a very strong energy, and it's very, some cards makes you very, it's not rude, but it's very much strong. I mean, I'm still working. I'm not too much depth. It's just new for me. I got last month in January. So I'm still on process with this deck. So later I will let you know what it says. But till now I used only 2 or 3 times, and I'm still working on it. It's a bit tough deck, I must say. It's very deep, but let me tell you, the guidebook is so beautifully done. I'm impressed with the book, especially guidebook. This is the guidebook and hardcore cardboardy cover, and it has lots of information about the fairy, which I love. I think the guidebook is great, and I'm really impressed with the guidebook. A lot of information about fairies, how to work with the fairies, how to communicate with them. And in this deck you will find a plain image, plain space, so that you can put your own fairy guide artwork. You can draw yourself, which I think it's unique, it's nice. I'm looking for it when I will connect too much, and I will make my own fairy guide soon. Hope for the best. Yeah. It's a brilliant deck. But yes, I love the images. It's gorgeous. This is the back of the card. I'm just waiting how it will connect with me, because still now it's not connected yet very strongly, because it's just new deck for me. So I am working. I know some of the decks are there in my collection which connects very fast, but this is the deck. I think it will take time. Yeah, this is the deck. Look at the death card. I love this card. Beautiful. So this is the Fairies Oracle. Next comes the very much of my favorite, which is the Two-Lateral Ontario Fairy. This is one of my most favorite tarot decks, and it has a beautiful guidebook and well written, and I just love this card from Schiffer's came extra, so the introduction and everything. This is the guidebook. Here comes the deck. I love everything about this deck. I know people have issues with the border in the minors. There is a border. It's not a border. There is a line of border. One line. Many people have issue with it, I know. But I love the bag. I love everything. I don't care. I want to show this way. This is the minor. It has the border. I don't know why they gave the border, because if you see the major, it's so beautifully come out of the image. I love this deck, and it is one of my very much connected and beautiful deck in my collection, and it is one of my top first or second deck of 2022. I got, it's not been long for me. I think it's just hardly 2-3 months it's with me, but I have a very, no, 3-4 months, I think. But it has a very strong connection with me, and I love the artwork. It's really beautiful. Look at this, isn't it? If background you find any noises, it's the machine of my neighbor. Sorry about it. Because it annoys me. Look at this, such a beautiful world card. I mean, I want to talk about this deck a lot. It's very positive, very divine, very much, and it's a drawing, painting, pencil drawing artwork, because that's what I feel, and it's so beautiful. It's came out so nice, and this is done by Beth Welder. And Schiffer decks, it's the same quality as Tarot of Siddhi. The card quality is same like Tarot of Siddhi. Even Schiffer cardstock is really nice. I like. It's so beautiful, isn't it? I don't have words to say about it. It's really a gem in my collection, and I'm very glad that I got. Look at the devil, isn't it so beautiful? And coming, I mean, it's just wow. Look at the pentacles in this deck. Rings are pentacle, swords are swords, wands are wands. The pentacle is, I love this Empress. It's one of my favorite in this deck. It's a beautiful deck. I haven't seen much about this deck, people talking, but I think it's nice to have in your collection. And look at the fairies, they are so beautiful in it. It takes to you in another world. I mean, why not? And cups are cups, wands are wands, swords are swords. But pentacle is ring here. Very beautiful, look at this. So mermaids and fairies are here. So that's why I showed my Oracle of Mermaid also. It gives me, it gives me those vibes. Look at the Hermit. I ever seen like this, the Hermit card. It's so pretty. This is a gorgeous deck, and I love the Strength card. Beautiful unicorn. I think this deck is really very divine and very, I think in this deck, all majors are my favorite. All of the majors are really favorite to me. They are so beautiful. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacle, not Pentacle, it was Ace of, yeah, it was Pentacle, ring is Pentacle. And it's, look at the tower, let me show you. It's so beautiful. I think I'm taking too long with this deck anyway. So this is the beautiful Two-Light Realm Tarot of Fairy, and I think, oh, it came in my hand. I love this. This flower is from my garden, and it's a brilliant deck to have in collection. And my fairy wants this. I think they love this deck. This deck love this flower. So next one is another oracle. I think a lot of oracle decks rather than tarot. This is the Fairy Forest, an oracle of the Wild Green World by Lucy Cavendish. One of the beautiful deck. And let me tell you, this is the newest version I took. Not version. It came before it came in the glossy cardstock, and I got in matte finishing cardstock. Many people have take out the borders, but somehow I'm not yet. This is the back, which is really beautiful, I believe. And let's go through the cards. This is the deck when I got. Let me tell you a real story of me related to this deck. I was thinking I got very expensive this deck. So it's not very expensive, but on my budget that time it was expensive. So somehow I was not ready, and then I was desperately wanting this fairy deck. It's a digital pictures in it, but it's really this is the card. It always comes on my reading no matter what. It never leaves. The day I got this deck, quality is very good, everything is good. I'm not saying this deck is not good, let me clear. I was thinking I'm not going to pay so much. I've paid, and I'm not satisfied with digital because somehow I am the person. I like paintings, art. I'm not into digital printing decks, but some of them I have lots of. But I like them. So I was thinking I'm not gonna keep this deck because in a glossy cardstock, I think this deck looks more beautiful. I don't know why. I know people say, "Oh, we didn't want glossy, we want the matte finishing." They are good, and this quality is really great. I am saying it. I'm not denying it, but when I look at the compare the glossy and the matte finishing cards, the art will look more beautiful in glossy. For me, I'm saying my personal feeling. But then I thought I will send them back. I don't know what happened that time. It has to be with me. This deck gave me a shock reading when I got a feeling to ask this deck, should I keep it or not? I know it's some people say it's foolish, but for me, I thought I need to talk. I need to see how this deck talk to me, right? How it connects with me. You won't believe the card came in. I think the elder card comes up from this reading, and it gives me goosebumps. And from inside, it gives me feeling no ever think to send them back. I don't know why. I mean, literally goosebumps came out, and I was like, really? I was so scared, and I was so like, oh my god, looks like I got a feeling of fairies are like around me. And then no, you're not gonna send them back. I don't know what was that energy around me that time. It makes me feel very connected. And this is the deck. It's not long. It's hardly 2 months. In December end, I haven't talked about this deck. I'm going to do soon. This is the deck which is very less time, strong connection. I mean, it gives me right, man. It gives me hits. I mean, you won't believe it changed my full mind not to send them back. And I don't know. I forget about the money. I forget about the deck, whatever I'm feeling that time. Now it's one of my favorite in such a less time. I mean, they talk to me. They come out of it. Artwork. I mean, they wanting me to keep it. So I change my mind and I keep this deck. And this is really a brilliant deck. It's such a gorgeous and stunning. Well done. And it is done by Blue Angel. Yeah. And now it's with me. So this is the Fairy Forest Oracle, which I never thought. And now I'm into it. My last Fairy Oracle, I'm not going to take too long, is I got in January. It is the latest deck. But this also in less time. It's a beautiful, simple deck, Fairy Temple Oracle, Wisdom and Wonder to Empower Your Fairy Spirit by Juicy Cherub, and created artwork by Christine Karen. Let me tell you about this oracle. This oracle is very green. I saw the pictures and it just called me up. I love the bag and my tattoo. I love the bag. Look at this deck. It is very a strong feminine deck, but there is a divine masculine as well. But let me tell you, this deck artwork is so much attractive and it takes to you very well. I love the big faces, beautiful artwork. I mean, it's also one of my simple and beautiful fairy oracle, and the artwork is gorgeous, isn't it? Look at the pictures. They are so much attracts. It is a beautiful, I feel lots of strong feelings of gardening, clearing pathway, releasing limitations, clarity, purpose, and understanding. This text is very divine, very beautiful. It gives me feels of fairy world into it, but it's one of my favorite too. And it's less time, but it is gorgeous deck, and it keeps calling me whenever I do reading on a daily basis. It's calling me. It gives me feeling of take it out and just read it no matter what. I take one card nowadays. It's just new for me, so I'm learning how it works. But the energies are very much very strong energies, so I'm happy. It's one of really beautiful deck. The artwork is stunning. Even the keywords are so simple. You don't need book, I think. You don't need book. If you want, you can go through. It's new for me. So what I feel, I got my intuitions, what it's telling me. And then I go with the book also. I see what it says. Is it matching with my thoughts and feelings? And somehow it's simple. You don't need book, I think. It's a beautiful artwork is coming out of the picture. So beautiful. And I'm really planning to make one of the picture from this time. I want to do a painting. I'll choose one card and I will make it. It's a very strong feeling for me to make it. And once I make it, I know I will find my fairy guide for the fairies oracle guide. I need one, right? Look at this one. It's so beautiful. It's so divine. Fairy is coming out of it, looks like. Look at this one. Isn't it beautiful? This is my beautiful pyrite, and I love this one. It's so shiny. And this is my clear quartz cluster. I thought it will look good with these flowers and with my fairy, beautiful fairy. I think it's beautiful and stunning deck. Artwork is so beautiful. Look at them. I just dwell into the pictures. This card comes a lot on my reading. Some of there is no border. I think they looks more beautiful. Very different borders in each card, if you see. Different style. So this is my fairy temple oracle. So guys, I hope you like it. This is my fairy deck collection, Faery and Fae. I hope you like it. Please comment below and let me know what you feel about it. Thank you guys for watching. Namaste.